hold on.
Alright, so the first thing you want to do is create your canvas. So the size I'm going to be doing is height 2000 and width 1150. It fits my phone, which is the new iPhone SE. Yeah. So once you have this, you want to add your sky image, which, like I said earlier, link in the description for all the images I'm going to be using. Just go like this, and then turn the saturation up, turn the brightness up a bit, and turn the contrast up a little bit. Just tool around with it till you have it how you want it, but it should be pretty saturated. Alright, so you want the sky to be pretty big. That should be good. Next, you want to take your rock and make it pretty big because you want to have it like about like that is good. Right there. Move it up a little. And then since there's this white area, I'm gonna add ocean. And just like the sky, make the ocean kind of, I don't know, cartoony. Just a nice color, like turquoise. That's good. Now you want to add your sprite. Right here. Perfect. About this size. Just gonna make it a little smaller. And then go to paint and erase. Go to light eraser. And like, about like size 39 or something around what I just did. And erase the bottom a little. Just a little. Alright. Now I'm gonna move it back a bit because I'm about to add ice. Just like that. And also that little divot, I kind of want to get rid of that. So use a lighten and it should pretty much get rid of that. Perfect. Oops. Okay, so now to add the ice. Could only find one good picture, so like one PNG that actually worked. So that's gonna have to be it for now. Now once again, do this. Just a little. Duplicate. And then the one that's behind it, flip it horizontally. Just like that, and change the size up a little bit because you don't want it to look exactly the same. Like that, and then maybe erase. Maybe erase this part. Perfect. Now you want to take the one that's on the left, duplicate. Move it behind the sprite and move that one over here. Tilt it again so that, you know, doesn't look exactly the same. Flip horizontally. But here's it's a little different, so like that, and then erase this part. Okay, so now looking at this, I kind of want to make the bottle a little bit bigger. That's good. Now to add the water, the runoff, because you know ice melts. Go to paint, hard. Get like not too saturated. Of like a blue. Put it above the Sprite bottle, and just go like this. No, actually, yeah, move it under all the ice. Okay. Looking good. Oops. Alright, now looking good. Then add a slight blur. Like that is good. And then you can blend it if you want. I blend it on the overlay. But you can take a look at all the different ways. You might also just not want to blend it. Looking at it now, color actually looks the best. So I'm going to do that. And then create another layer above that one. Paint, but do it in white this time. And you want to make it go inside of the blue. So yeah, blur that a little. Now looking at this, I need to move it to the right a little bit. So go to constrain proportions, turn it off like that. And then blend this on linear dodge. There we go. And turn the opacity down. That looks good. So now you're done with that part. Now you want to add another rock in the back. And we haven't even done the lighting on the rock yet. Now that we have this, move this rock, make it smaller, move it back here. And then you might want to darken the part that we lightened, because it won't matter for this rock. So, yeah. And it makes it blend in with the other rock too much. Okay, that's not amazing, but it's fine. Because, yeah. Okay, so now we need to add some, I don't even know what to call it, depth or lighting onto this front rock. So go keep on darken, make it a little bigger, and then on the front of this rock, darken, not too much. That's about good. And then lighten on the back, the sun's hitting it. Now actually I'm gonna see what I can do about this part that I darkened before. I don't actually think it needs to be darkened. Okay, that's good. Perfect. And then you might also want to darken the the front of this back rock so that it looks separate. Okay, so next we're going to add the shadow from the Sprite bottle. It looks better when it doesn't go on top of the ice. I don't know why. So yeah, move it under the ice, fill it black, arrange, size, and then turn off constrain proportions, and then go like this. Blur, and make it a little bigger just to make it look better, and turn down the opacity to just wherever you want it, really. The shadow doesn't look too good, to be honest, but it's just good to have, you know, why not? And then also, I think you want to turn up the opacity on that white layer that's on top of the melted ice, just because now it's been darkened a little. So next, we're gonna add kind of like a glow onto the bottle. So go to lighten and just go like this. Actually, I made it a little too big, I think, so I'm gonna turn it down. That should be better. Perfect. Just keep doing it because it looks really good. And then go to darken, because for some reason on the tag it looks good if you darken on like one side. So don't put it on too high strength, and maybe up the opacity a little, just like right there. I don't know why that looks really good, but it does. Then also lighten, since I accidentally darkened that. So now the bottle looks a whole lot better. So now for the Sprite logo in the sky. Oops, keep doing that. Go tab it. Take it. Don't want it to be tilted really. I'd put it right here, assuming that you made the sky the same as me. Could also put it over here, but I like it right here. Well, actually, no. Yes, put it to the left because of what we're gonna do later on, because we're gonna put the ship in the lower right, so might as well have the Sprite logo in the left. So fill it white, and then just blur it. Not too much though, you still want to be able to tell it's the Sprite logo. Perfect. That looks good. Then just fit it how you want it to be. I like that. And then I also like to duplicate it. Put the lower layer on linear dodge, and then blur it just a little. Like that. And then also lower the opacity of it pretty low. You want it pretty low. But it does make it look a little bit better. Just like that. Okay. Now for the ship that I was just talking about. Go to the water layer. Add this. You can make it whatever size you want. Just however close you want it, really. I like it like around here. And then just like with the ice and with the bottle, erase, like eraser, it's already there. You might want to turn the size a little. Yeah, you definitely do. Perfect. And then get the Sprite logo again. Turn off constrain proportions. Make it smaller. You might want to make it smaller while you still have constrained proportions on. Makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, put it like on the side of the ship. And then there are so many different ways you can blend it. I like to do it with the color, but it also looks good if you do it like black. and then overlay. I think I'll do that for the video because it just looks good. And you can turn on the opacity if you want, just to make it look like it's, you know, actually on there. That's looking pretty good. So now you might see that the ice doesn't really fit in. You might want to turn up the brightness on it. This is really all choice. Just like that. I think that looks a lot better. Perfect. Really does. So I'm going to be honest. Right like that. And now for the last part in Pixelmator, get the skull. Make it smaller. Put it on this tiny rock. Kind of like it like that, which is different from how I did it the first time, but it looks better. And I think it looks better without the brown, so turn down the saturation, or well, not all the way. Just like that. And brightness up a little bit, contrast down. That's looking good. Paint and erase, just leave it. It's the same you had it on the boat, because you still want it small. And just do it around the edges that are touching the rock, like for everything else. Perfect. And now you might want to add some lighting to it. That's what I did. So just like that for the sun hitting it. That's also nice to darken the eyes, the teeth kinda, and then darken the side a little. Perfect. And now you want to make a shadow for it. So, you know the drill. Perfect. About like that, I think, is where the sun would be hitting it to have an accurate shadow. Fill it black. Lower the opacity. Perfect. Well, just like that. Perfect. Okay. Oh my gosh, I keep finding problems with it. There. So this is done with Pixelmator for now. There's more you can do if you want. I just haven't done it. Like, you could add a necklace, like jewels, where the skull is. There's just a whole number of things you could do, but I wanted to keep this simple. So now, save it as a PNG, because that's highest speed. So you can see this is what it should look like when it's done. But I'll go through it with you. Well, there's two versions. I also made this version. But I feel like if it were an actual ad, you would want it more cheerful or colorful. So just, I guess do what I do. Even though I might go back at some point, you can also just do what you want. This one's a hard one to choose, but I think since it's a manipulation, I probably want ambience up. Yeah, makes the background more blurred and stuff. So just choose whatever you want. Don't do warmth though. So let's go here. Perfect. Just paying attention to everything so that you don't mess up one part. And then go from details. I usually go from details straight to glamour glow, but you can choose whichever one you want. I'd recommend probably either 3 or 4 for this. I'm gonna do 4. I just think it looks better for what we're making. Turn on the glow a bit. But I just noticed that it messed up the Sprite logo kinda. So let's redo that glow. Just redo the settings a little bit. Okay, that's good. The Sprite logo is a little messed up in the sky, but it's okay. So these are hard to notice. Most of them are pretty like small detail changes. So you might want to just do the same things that I do. So here it's changing down here. But yeah, it's not a lot of change with these ones. So just look at everything. Yeah, I don't see any difference there. Oops, protect highlights. So here, definitely a difference. Just leave it. No difference that I could see. You can do drama if you want. Guess it just depends what kind of ad you're going for. Wasn't working, huh? Okay, there we go. Depends what you're going for, really. Then I would go to Retro Lux. Choose one. They're pretty good. Probably a blue one is best. This. Turn on the scratches all the way. Turn on the light leaks all the way. Actually, no. Yeah, don't do that. So the last part, I'm sorry for going back on stuff so much. The very last part of this tutorial is, it's not working again. I don't know why. There we go. The lens blur. Just follow along how I do it. This is important because, well, you just don't need everything to be right up front in your designs. The vignette, I wouldn't turn off because, you know, this is more like a summer thing or whatever, so you don't need it dark. I think I'm gonna move that in a little bit, put up the blur strength. That's looking good. So I hope you made it to the end. I'm trying to do a longer tutorial to get more watch time to get monetized. And I'm also having more fun with manipulations on my TikTok especially. And I'm glad to be back uploading, but don't expect a lot of uploads. And please subscribe if you enjoyed.